New numbers released by the Labor Department last Friday show a handful of states have an unemployment rate of more than 10%. Fewer than half of the states in the U.S. saw a drop in unemployment rates last month. Here in Wisconsin, the unemployment rate grew from 7.3 to 8.5% between April and May. Congressman Reid Ribble is in the first few months of his job on Capitol Hill. He represents Wisconsin's 8th District, and he's here now in the studio to talk about jobs, unemployment, and an upcoming job fair. Good morning, Congressman. How are you?
Rachel, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on this morning.
So it's been a few months. You've been on the job.
Yeah.
Big learning curve for you?
It's a bit. You know, you have to learn a whole new glossary. I come out of the construction industry, but your staff helps you get up to speed pretty quickly. So I felt like my office was working pretty well within a few weeks when I got there.
Can you give people an idea about the hours? I mean, you're putting in a lot of time on a lot of different committees.
Yeah, I have 3 committees, which is a little bit rare. I'm on the budget committee, which took a lot of time in the first 3 months, agriculture and transportation infrastructure. So I'm typically at my office by 7 a.m. and usually getting home somewhere between 9 and 10 p.m.
Let's talk a little bit about jobs and the unemployment rate. How do you see it changing in the near future?
Well, it's only going to change if government removes the obstacles that they've put in the way. The one thing that I hear, when I'm in the district and when I'm back in Washington, I hear a lot from business owners. They say phrases like, the government's declared war on my company, the regulatory environment's impossible for us to get permits, we want to expand but we can't, and there's a frustration because I think that there's some opportunity here. And so I decided to have a jobs fair next Monday, June 27th, to try to put potential job seekers with potential companies who might be hiring.
Why do you think that the rates are still going up, though? I mean,
because there's nothing that's changed in the confidence of the American people. And I really think that we have 3 things. We have a lack of confidence of the American people. If they don't trust they're going to have a job tomorrow, they're not going to spend money today. And businesses, if they don't think they're going to have a customer tomorrow, they're not going to expand today. There's a restriction on capital, so entrepreneurs can't get access to loans. And then there's no certainty in the regulatory environment. So until we fix those things, it's going to be difficult to move forward.
Now, according to a recent study by the Associated Press, a lot of the analysts are saying that they do see that there could be a turnaround in the second half of this year.
Yeah.
Are you as optimistic?
I'm optimistic in some sectors. I think that's possible. There's a kind of an equation that goes along in the business cycle, and there's a pent-up demand. People will wait so long before they do something. In my former business, when I was a roofing contractor, your roof would last so long, and then at some point, push comes to shove, you have to replace it. And if you put it off and put it off, and everybody's putting it off, that demand gets pent up and then it releases. And we're sensing that could happen in the second or third quarter, actually the third or fourth quarter of this year, that some pent up demand will begin to release it. We're seeing it in the automobile industry. Car dealers are reporting pretty robust numbers.
Now, you mentioned the job fair. It's coming up next Monday,
yeah, June
so people
27th.
have time to prepare. What types of businesses will be there?
We've got a broad representation from media companies, manufacturing companies, pretty much almost everything in the economic sector is going to be there. Nearly 70 companies are going to be at the jobs fair. We've had over 200 people already register telling us they're coming seeking jobs. And if people would like to, they can just go to my website at ribble.house.gov and sign up, although they should show up anyway, even if they don't register. We want to have them come.
Do job fairs like this work? Is it a good way to get businesses and people looking for jobs connected? Are the right people showing up for it?
Well, when you have such a broad cross-section, it works pretty well. It doesn't work if you have just 4 or 5 companies that participate, but we've worked pretty hard at getting companies there, and so with 70 companies there, we're going to be able to facilitate some folks getting together.
And you'll be there as well?
I will be there.
Fox 11 will have a booth there as well.
Right.
And so you'll be meeting with people. What time will you be there?
I'm going to get there early, so I'll probably be there by 8 a.m. It starts at 9 a.m., but I'd like to speak with the companies first, and then I'll be speaking with people that are out seeking jobs.
All right, let's remind people again where it is and when it is.
It's at Northeast Technical College. It's in the 2600 block of West Mason Street.
And WTC, people know how to get there. They just put it in their smartphones now.
Yeah, they can. And it's 9 a.m. next Monday. It goes till 1 p.m. on June 27th.
Okay, and we'll have more information online, fox11online.com. Click on Good Day Wisconsin.